Hello and welcome to the B60 Top 4 show. We've got myself, Ryan, massive Arsenal fan. I'm gonna hand off to Nick to introduce himself.
Yo, so it's Nick. Spurs fan, unfortunately, but yeah, we are where we are in it. But yeah, been a Spurs fan for a minute, through family and stuff like that. But yeah, we're getting to Spurs later, man. Not happy.
Mike, if you want to introduce yourself.
Yeah, my name's Mike, United fan. Big win today. Been supporting them all my life. Through my dad, really. So, yeah, that's the reason I support United. United till I die, you get me?
And Manuel.
Yeah, my name's Emmanuel, big Chelsea fan. Again, been a Chelsea fan from your family. So, yeah, obviously we're not doing too good at the minute, but again, we'll get into that later.
Yeah, and just on that, what do you think of the City game, Manny?
City game, can't lie, it's stress. It's stressing if I'm being real because I feel like it was a big opportunity missed. But the way City are playing at the moment, the defeat against PSG, they played midweek. We didn't. You think there'd be a tired team out there. The first 20 minutes, we were putting them under pressure. Their defense had a young kid at the back. I think, what's his name? Cousinov or something, 19 years old. He was the one that made the mistake for our goal. You think, okay, come on, let's get the second, try and kill this game off early. But it's just one of them. We kind of just, we didn't get the goal, let them back into the game, start off them, let them play. And then eventually they got the equaliser, and from then it was all them. And yeah, another loss. And our form is not looking too good at the minute. But I think Maresca's the right guy. He's the right guy. I think we've made a lot of improvements, especially since Pochettino left. But yeah, it's not looking good. I think we need to start turning it around because people are trying to put us in this title race, and right now it's looking. I don't know, top four might even be looking a bit sticky, but yeah, that's it for me.
Yeah, it was a bit of a disappointing result. Yeah, I think City are starting to gain a bit of momentum now as well. So I think definitely back in the mix in that top four now on the table as well. So I think you've got a bit of a battle on your hands. But I think it's early for Maresca. I think title aspirations might have been a bit premature, but I think you definitely got enough maybe to get top four. But
we weren't putting ourselves in. People were saying, "Oh, Chelsea in the top." You know what I mean? We're competing with Liverpool, Arsenal. Like everyone, we've got the youngest 11 in the league. It's Maresca.
Bro, you spent £2 billion, man.
Sound like excuses.
Nah, come on now.
That money, you know.
It is. We spent a lot of money, but I just feel like with Maresca, it being his first season, they're not his players. You've got to remember, he came in. He's not really all the players that are in the first 11. They're not really his players. I do get there is a lot of good players, but he needs time.
You got 3 man for every position.
every position. Man, yes, Spurs, we're on the scratch, bro. We got kids of that out there, man. Give us some of them players, bro.
Nah, I'm not trying to hear any of that. I think.
Well, you don't think?
We need another season. We need a good season under Maresca for the players to understand his style of play and the system that he wants to play. I think next season we can start talking about, okay, can we push for the league? Hopefully we'll have Champions League football, and we can start to say, okay, you've had a season under Maresca. It's time for you guys to really, have a go at this and see what we can
do.
Hey?
They might sack him though. You never know.
We're not going to sack him. I think Maresca's the right guy. I think there's just a lack of consistency, and not even in games, but not in the run of games that we've had recently, but just in actual games. Like, we'll play good for like 20 minutes, and then all of a sudden the other team will have a chance, and then we kind of lose momentum. So I think obviously it's a young team, so I understand that's going to happen, but once we start getting that consistency in game and in games, then we'll be fine. I know it. So
You know what? Yeah, the thing about Chelsea, I hear, I hear a lot of what you're saying still, even though I'm joking and that. But Mota, it's his first season in it, so you can't expect the world. And if you look at the table, who's really in a title race? I wouldn't say Arsenal in a title race like that. It's just Liverpool. They're like however many points they are clear, and they've got games in hand. They're comfy at the top right now. So if you get top four, it's a good season. You're going to dominate that. Was it? Well, it's not you. What is it? Conference League. You're winning every game like 5-6-0, bro. In that competition, you're too good for that. That's with your backup team. So when you get into the knockouts and you play your real players, you probably win that. A trophy, top four. It's a solid season. That.
And that's the objective, I think. You got to remember when Pep came in his first season with City, they weren't too good. So, that been.
Yeah, I won't go with the pep talks, but like, I'll be optimistic. But I settled down with the pep talks.
This is a Leicester City manager we're talking about. Like,
what's I know.
What's his CV say? You know what I mean?
System, man.
He might be bored. You don't make him pep.
Just
But yeah, I don't know.
But so I'll move on to Spurs, Nick.
Bro, come on, go to United first. Come on,
I thought we'd get the two negative results out of the way first. And we'll save the best till last. But we'll go through that game. Obviously, a bit of a disappointing result at Leicester. What do you think of the game, Nick?
You know what? Yeah, I'll be real. They had like a mad 5-6 minute spell in it after when the second half started. Obviously, they scored 2 goals rapid, and we couldn't really answer in it. But this it's just a story of this season, and we like last season, and we were good at home, so you could always rely at home. Away from home was always a bit patchy, but it's disappointing, isn't it? But when you've got your 3 of your 4 back 4 out, your goalkeeper out, one of your 2 starting centre midfielders out, your striker out, your number 10 out, like, you couldn't expect so much in it. So even for me, I'm not even too vexed about these results. We're still in all the cup competitions. It's looking a bit shaky, isn't it, in the league now, where we're not too far from the relegation zone, So as mad as it sounds, for real, we'll have to start looking looking back at them, because we're losing to teams like Leicester, Everton. These are the teams that are down there and fighting. So if they're taking points off us, it's even worse. But we'll be all right. Obviously, I say all that we're not going to go down. And famous last words, but we won't go down. But if we can just keep going in the cups, the league, we are kind of where we are. We'll probably end up around 10th, 11th, mid-table. It is what it is over there. But so. Man, Spurs, we are where we are. It's a shit season, shit injuries.
What do you think of Ange, though?
No, he can't go. For me personally, I'd hear it if they sack him, but he's not the problem, you get me? So, it's my personal opinion, I think some of our injuries, like, you got a lot of muscle injuries in it, thigh injuries, hamstrings, a lot of that is from, like, overusage in it of that certain muscle. Just the way that he plays, it requires a lot of sprinting, it requires a lot of high pressing. So these players are going to pull up in it naturally. So it's some of it to do with that. But for me, as a fan, I'm not on the pitch playing, so I'm not dealing with these injuries. But I appreciate the way they play football. I appreciate how honest he is. And it's just like, he can lead us forward, innit? We saw it last season. And even in the cup competitions this year, we're doing sick. But I just don't know whether he's going to have that chance. But the real villain, the real person who needs to go is that Daniel Levy, bro.
Daniel Levy.
He's been there for a minute, way too long. When he started getting rid of fucking Pochettino, when Pochettino was doing a good job, because Pochettino does such a good job, his ego got inflated so much that he just ended up thinking like he can churn through a man like Mourinho, Conte, like these were just like any man, like Levy just needs to check himself, but hopefully he'll go. But he's the boss, isn't it? So you're not going to go into work and say, "Oh, the boss is just going to sack himself." You get
he's
me?
not going anywhere.
yeah, he's not going anywhere.
Making too much money, bro.
yeah.
I
The
think
NFL's still going to play there next season. You're still going to get all of these big time concerts. Burner Boy might be there. So the money's still coming in. As long as they stay in the Prem, win a trophy, leave will be calm. But I feel sorry for Andrew if he goes. Me personally, I wouldn't get rid of him. But I'd hear it if he has to go. That's I'm just a bit up in the air in a minute. But it is what that's where we are as a club, I guess. So
The bit like I want to preface though. Ange he's a top manager. Like the way Tottenham play, like I'm gonna completely ignore like probably the last few months of Tottenham, but in terms of what you were doing last season, like the style of football, it does work. Like it's Prem, but I think sometimes it can be a bit stubborn. Like you can ask any top manager, like if you've got certain players, like you can't constantly play like a certain type of way. Like because you're then asking certain players to do things that are like for example, you look at Archie Gray, a centre midfielder who's come from Leeds, playing centre back, and you're asking him to play this like ball playing type of football out the back.
as a defender, no, you're right. I agree with you.
Sometimes you got to change it up, but yeah, I don't know. I think it's tough times for you until you get your first 11 back. Yeah.
You say that, how long we're gonna have him back though? So man at Romero, he's looking to leave, I think, at the end of the summer. So yeah, he's got accolades, isn't he? He brings accolades to the table with Argentina. He was already highly recruited before he came to Spurs. So players will start leaving here and there, but you just gotta trust the process, and it is what it is. It's just unfortunate, but I think Ange is the man to see us through that. I definitely don't think they should sack him.
And talking to managers, Mike, win for Amarim. Probably wasn't the greatest.
Round of applause for Amarim, yeah, I see.
What do you think of the game against Fulham?
Well, I said Amarim, you know.
Nah, it was a good win. It was a good win still. It wasn't the prettiest of games. I was falling asleep at one point. But you know, he's not got any players in. So like he's trying this 3-4-3 with the current players, which obviously none of these some of these men can't play it. So he's just doing what he can. Obviously we're not trying to get relegated either. Like, me and Nick are we're kind of in the same boat. We're in the bottom half, but we're slightly doing a little bit better. But you know what I'm saying? In the league anyway. Obviously we're still in Europa League. Still got the FA Cup as well. Beat Arsenal, obviously Ryan knows that. So it's going steady.
Hold that.
It's going steady. Obviously, we're trying to get a left wing back. Garnacho might be leaving, so hopefully that will bring you some money, so we can get like, another number 10. I will go for that. What's that Wolves guy called? Cunha, personally, but yeah, that's a different topic. But yeah, he needs to get some plays in for himself for his system. Once he does that, we'll be good. But this season, it's just about riding it out. If we can scam Europa League, fantastic. I'm not really bothered about FA Cup because we won that last season, so that's old news. You know what I mean? But if we can get Europa League, we get Champions League, then obviously we can tell players, we've got Champions League, we've got a new manager. This is how we're going to play. We've got a new stadium coming next few years. So we're the biggest club in England, so we've still got that.
I don't know about that biggest club. You can't just let that. You can't just put that there.
Yeah, who's bigger? Oh, Liverpool,
obviously.
Nah.
They've got way more.
When I say bigger, I mean global. If you go to America, if you go to Korea,
they got fans, you know.
United fans in Liverpool.
Their name, man. Liverpool got the same trophies, yeah. They're up there right now. They're way better right now. If they get another Prem, it's curtains, bro.
Nah, I'm not having it. When United were at peak, United are bigger.
That was almost 20 years ago.
You're talking about the past, mate.
Bigger stadium.
Allow it.
Bigger stadium, bigger history. We're the biggest. No, Liverpool got one Premier League in 30 years.
Yeah.
They've got 2 after this year.
One Premier League. Might have 2 this season. Might have 2. Well done. We've had what? How many? 13, 14? Like,
bro, when's the last time you've done that though? Come on, man. Update your resume. Update that CV, man.
But Liverpool done it once in 30 years. So what? Because they've done it one more time than us.
Look at how many Champions Leagues that they've won.
Liverpool big in it, but we're bigger. We're the biggest.
You know how fair, isn't it?
I would die in that hill. Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, steady at the minute. That's what I see.
Talking about big clubs. I'll happily to go on and admit that. Yeah, I'll talk about the third biggest club in the country. In Arsenal.
What, Man City?
No, in Arsenal.
Arsenal.
Man City.
Man City, you know.
Man City only existed like for much.
Bro,
you know?
they got Champions
15 years
League
ago.
though, man. You can't even put Champions League at the table, bro.
It's true, you know.
I'm
True,
going
man.
off overall trophies.
Have they got more? Surely they've got more Prem titles than you lot now. No,
No.
I don't know.
I'm going off overall trophies one. I think we're the third most.
The mind up there, you know, Pep been doing a madness. When I saw Kyle Walker leave, yeah, and then they put in his Instagram post that he's won 17 trophies at City. I was like, right, he's won that many. I was shocked by that still, but yeah, bro, at City, that's mad. So yeah, they might be up there, man.
He's including the pre-season thing or something.
Community shields.
You go to the countries, you lifted up them charity. Nah.
Yeah. I'll go back to the game that Arsenal played against, and I'll be honest. I think it's not just Arsenal fans talking about referees this season, but honestly, I don't understand how Lewis Skelly got sent off. I mean, the Wolves attacker's trying to break. He's on the edge of his own box. He's got at least 70 yards to go to goal. There's two players running to cover him. He's tripped him up. It's a cynical foul. It's a definite yellow card. But even all the pundits on Sky and BBC are just amazed that it was a sending off.
Michael Oliver, though.
And then you got the PGMOL just talking and justifying every decision they make with any rule they can come up with. But I think the problem with refereeing in this country is the rules are way too subjective. I think sometimes there'll be certain situations where, like, even as fans, you don't even understand what constitutes a handball, what's an offside in this situation. I think it used to be a way more black and white. But yeah, anyway, there was another sending off, and thankfully, Calafiori pulled out a great volley. But I'll go back to the midfielder, as you like to term him, Emmanuel, Kai Havertz. So he had 3 golden opportunities in the game, and I think a half decent striker bags at least one. Again, he worked his arse off. I'm not going to complain about his work ethic. His all-round play was good. Literally had to drag him up at the end of the game. And it doesn't help that he has to play 90 minutes every week now, midweek, every 3 days, considering not have a striker. But I think he's a decent player, but you just can't have him as your main man as a striker, especially if you're trying to go for leagues or the big competition, the Champions League, etc. He's just he's a good player, but he's just not that level. I'd happily keep him at the club, and if I was to lose a striker, it'd be Jesus and keep him, and then bring another guy in. But I think that'd be another one. Probably have to wait until the summer fall. But talking that, I'll go on to a dream signing you could have in January.
One sec. Just quick one on Arsenal. Yeah. I can't believe you, man, keep winning these games how you do. Every week it's 1-0, 2-1. You, man, are so boring, bro. I'm never just saying that as a Tottenham fan, yeah. You and it, Ryan, you can admit that. Bro, you, man, are so fucking boring to watch, bro.
I'll be honest, like, watching the Wolves game wasn't a great quality of game, but I think the reason why we're winning games 1-2-0 is because the amount of chances we waste every week.
That's true.
Like, we have enough chances. If we had a clinical striker up front, we should have scored 4 against Wolves. Don't. Even if I'm just taking them away, that's just the Havertz chances I'm going on. Fair enough, he doesn't score all of them. I'm not expecting him to, but we had enough chances to score at least 2 or 3. But I think as well, I think Arteta's become slightly more pragmatic in terms of his style. He's a bit more cautious, and I think that was because I think he was a bit scarred by the first time we went for the title. We played really great free-flowing football, tried to ball with everyone. Then I think there was a City game where we lost 4-1. I think after that, he's become a bit more cautious. I think it's slightly different in terms of Ange. I think he probably just sticks to his guns, plays one way. I think Arteta kind of just tries to find a way to win. He may have sacrificed our playing style, but I just don't think we have. It's not even just a striker. I'm not going to pull it all on Havertz, but it's just I don't think we have enough goal scorers in the team in general. I think the only one who consistently scores goals is probably Saka, and he's injured at the minute.
For me, it's never about style. I never want you to compare to us. You're like clear of us. You never need to think about us. Like, however way you play, you're way better than us, regardless, innit? But you can get loads of goal scorers, isn't it? Like that season that you were just talking about, you had Odegaard, Saka, Martinelli was getting a few. Like you're getting goals from all over. If you play free flowing attacking football, the goals will just come in it. Like you got Gabriel, he's a defender. He's almost scored 10 goals. Like it's a madness. But so I don't know, man. I just find you guys boring, and that's what I wanted to say, bro. Like nothing happened.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I don't think we play as good football as we did previously. But I'll be honest. Like I'm not bothered about good football. I watched like my whole life brilliant football under Wenger, and what did we have for a few FA Cups like, in the last few years? Like we haven't won a league in 20 years. I'll be honest. I think when we first lost Wenger, I wanted Diego Simeone. I just wanted the guy to get results. I wasn't really too bothered about the playing style. I know a lot of Arsenal fans are precious about playing football the Arsenal way or whatever, but if we won a league title playing crap football, I honestly wouldn't care. I think football's a results business, and I'd happily trade a league title for poor football every week. I genuinely would.
When you talk about Arsenal, it's a corner thing nowadays, isn't it?
Yeah, I'll be honest. Declan Rice, I know you bought him in the DM, but his delivery is ridiculous.
This man celebrate corners.
No, I think I'll be honest though, it's because they're a great chance for us. I'll be honest. Like every time we think we're going to score from a corner, like teams can't seem to defend against it either. So why not use that? And I know,
bro, you can score. You can
FC comparisons and all that, but I'll be brutally honest. When I'm watching games at the minute, the first person I think of scoring is Gabriel. I don't even think of anyone in the forward line. It's literally Gabriel, genuinely.
You're not going to win a Premier League title though, scoring off corners. I hope you're
no, I agree, but I also think you're not going to win a Premier League title wasting chances every week, which is why we said in the summer we needed a striker, we needed a winner. I think we can spread the goals around, but Martinelli's output's dropped off the last season or two. Trossard did well last season, but again, I think he only tends to really score coming off the bench. He's a bit indifferent as a starter, so I just think Saka needs a bit of help. And we needed a striker and a winger in the summer, and we didn't address it. So I think until we get that, I wouldn't really blame Arteta for us not winning the league, because I actually think he's overachieving with that front line. I think they're poor. Defensively, I think he's got us playing so well that we're actually getting results. I think most of the managers will struggle with the team that wastes that many chances, because his job's only to get us in the final yard of the pitch. He's got to get us in the final third. It's up to the attackers to then score the goals, and if they're not doing it, he can't do anything about it. I'll be honest. So, and I'll bring it on to a potential dream, a realistic signing for Arsenal in the January window. Obviously, a dream would be Isak, but I just don't think the board will ever spend that much money on a player. I'll be honest. I think there's rumours about going for him in the summer, but if it's 150 million, it's never going to happen. Especially to talk with an extension on the stadium as well. So, I think a dream signing for him. Realistically, I know being linked with Cunha. I personally don't really want him. I can imagine him coming to Arsenal and becoming another Jesus. I don't think he's a prolific goal scorer. What we need. But in terms, of a realistic one, he's probably the only option in terms of who we're getting linked with. I know there's Igor Jesus, who's like a Brazilian striker for the national team, who plays in Botafogo. But again, I just don't think he's somebody who can come in and hit the ground running. So I'll probably have to go Cunha for a realistic sign, and then Isak for a dream one. Hopefully,
Isak would be good for you still.
I think if we splash the cash and got an Isak and a Nico Williams in the summer, I don't think Arteta has an excuse not to win the league then.
Not for real.
We can always dream. I don't think.
Get Finger doing it, Gyökeres from Sporting.
Yeah, he's another one. I'd take any of the two Victors.
Yeah,
Gyökeres, I'd happily take either of those. I just don't. Even Šeško, I'm not convinced by him. I mean, the amount of players that have come from Leipzig, like even Werner, back 30 goals in the Bundesliga, and what did he do? Nothing.
Yeah, you don't want nobody from the Bundesliga. Trust me.
Yeah,
unless the goal
Šeško's not even prolific. He scored like.
I don't know why. Only the ones that City signed turn out okay. Everyone else
Šeško is a 1 and 2 striker. I'm not sure. I'll be honest. And like from what I've seen of him, he can't really pass the ball. We kind of need a player that can link the play. We need a complete forward, which I think is why it's so hard for us to find the right striker. But obviously Isak.
You need Isak.
I'll bring it on to Spurs. I know there's a player playing for Bournemouth right now. I'd definitely sign if I was Spurs manager, but I'll leave it to you, Nick.
Nah, nobody from Bournemouth, man. Let them have their little run, man. But We need defenders. You're probably on about a defender running from Bournemouth, but
Yeah,
we
what
need
about Hoyson?
Yeah, we need, but nah, he's not caught my eye, man. The guy's quite. He played pretty poor this week. Actually, they actually played Bournemouth. Murillo, the Brazilian centre back from Nottingham Forest. Like he's young, he's fast, he's strong. He can pass, and he's also like he's one of those like I think he's left-footed, but he can play either side, innit? So he's versatile. Dragic, I'm not moved by him at all. Romero, like I said before, I think Romero will probably leave in the summer. I can see him going to like one of these Spanish clubs. The fact that he's won the World Cup with Messi, he's got enough pedigree there to get that transfer without even necessarily playing that well this season. So him and Porro, actually, I think they might both leave in the summer, but we'll see. But yeah, Murillo for sure. Him and Van der Ven. It's a bit awkward with them two being both left-footed centre-backs, but I just think that Murillo's top quality, man. Because one of them defenders, he's not too tall. He's like 6'1", 6'2". So he's small enough to still be quite agile and quick and strong. But he's also like I say, like physically aerially dominant where he won't get pushed around. He's got it all in it, and he's still young, early 20s. Good Premier League experience as well, so that's always a bonus. But yeah, that would be my dream signing. I think going forward, if Ange stays anyway, that'll take care of itself. But the defence needs a lot of work, man. A lot of work.
Yeah, and I'll go on to you, Manny. There's a lot of talk about Nkunku and Garnacho potentially swapping clubs, but if you could have a dream or a more realistic sign,
them lot shouldn't be allowed any more signings, you know. The Ra had too many. The Ra shouldn't be allowed anymore.
Yeah, I mean, we spent so much money, but even still, I feel like there's certain positions where we need to strengthen. I mean, the goalkeeper, centre back. I think we need a clinical striker. But I think the goalkeeper's the big one. I think I'm not going to necessarily go dream signing because obviously I'm going to be more realistic. I'm saying the backup at Liverpool. I can't remember his name.
Hello.
Yeah, Keller. I'd probably say him for a dream signing for Chelsea, just because I feel like he's probably the best backup keeper in the league. I think he's shown that he can perform. He's a very realistic signing. He's good with his feet, very good shot stopper. And yeah, I think that's a player that would be able to bring in and he'd instantly, change our defense in terms of, I mean, some of the mistakes that Sanchez made this season, I mean, these cost us so many points. And yeah, I feel like pivotal moments as well, goals change games. And do you know what I mean? Certain moments when the opposition's scoring and then they're going to score again. So yeah, it has to be the keeper for me. So
quick question, yeah. You're looking at Kelly, who's a backup. So who's your number one? Like in your starting 11, like are you just gonna have two backups?
No, I'd say
number one.
I feel like Kelleher is a number one.
Good enough to be a number one, yeah.
But yeah, I think he is a number one. But when you got a goalkeeper like Alisson, it's just hard to kind of nudge him to the side. So I feel like Kelleher, I think him making that step up, I think that's a keeper that I'd be really interested in getting. So yeah.
Yeah, cool. I think another one potentially, maybe not in January, probably for the summer, is if Saints get relegated, I'd go for Aaron Ramsdale as well. I honestly think he's keeper the year for us.
Come on, it's not Arsenal bias.
It's not Arsenal bias. The guy's a quality keeper. He's good with his feet. He's got everything a modern keeper needs.
I mean, how many times has he been relegated?
Bro, how many goals have they conceded this season, man? Let's ship like 7 or 8 every other
I'll be
week.
honest, what can a keeper do when the defense is as leaky as Southampton's? Like, what can you do? I'll be honest, he conceded a lot of goals at Bournemouth, came in, he had a decent defense in front of him as at Arsenal, he was quality. And he saved his points as well. Some of the saves he made, I remember there's like a free kick.
I won't say he was quality though, bro. But if he was quality, why did you get rid of him?
Yeah, I don't know about quality. He did make...
I think, I'll be honest, I think...
bias, man.
I don't know about Arsenal bias. I think he's done more than Coleman Keller to deserve that. I'll be honest. Keller, he's a very good keeper. I think it's a good show. I think he'll be.
But are you happy with Ryan?
Yeah, I'm
happy that you
happy
wanted
with
Ryan
Ryan, but
instead.
I was happy
Yeah.
with Ramsdale as well. I'll be honest. I thought he dealt with quite harshly. He got Premier League keeper of the season and then got. He wasn't Arteta decided he wanted Ryan. Fair enough, it's paid off for him, but I don't think I think Ramsdale's a quality keeper. I think he should be a bigger club than Southampton. I'll be honest.
Yes, I have
I
to.
don't know.
That's
But
good.
I'll bring it on to Mike. Dream signing for you. I know you mentioned Cunha in the 10. Is that the guy?
Yeah, what would you say is dream? I think he's very realistic, but I don't think we've got the funds to buy him. If Garnacho leaves, Chelsea want to take him off our hands, have him.
Do you not rate Garnacho? No.
You know, it is.
Decent, you know.
I feel like he's a bit overhyped from certain people in it, certain fans. He's only 20 though, so it's kind of like you don't really know how he's gonna plan out. Do you know what I'm saying? But I think he's certain young players you can see straight away, like yeah, they got it. Obviously, Yamal's he's 17 for Barcelona. He's a bit different because he's like special. But when Ahmed came in at the same age as Garnacho, I could tell that yeah, he's got something about him. Let's keep him. Obviously, he wasn't getting paid enough by Ten Hag. Garnacho was like he's got traits to make him a good player. I don't know if he's going to be quality. And at the minute, we can't really, we've got a young forward line. Haaland's like 23, Ahmed's 22. We need a bit of experience. So, Cunha's a bit older. He'll come in straight away, he'll settle in. I like him. Obviously, there's another one, Tyler Dibbling as well for Southampton. Again, I think he's 18.
Yeah,
I think already you can see from him.
Yeah,
he's better than Garnacho. You know what I'm saying? He is. Tyler Dibblin's better than Garnacho. I'll say it. He is. He's hard. You see his dribbling is.
He's great. To be fair, he's so good at carrying the ball.
You know what I'm saying? So I'll rate him. I think obviously we're looking at him as well.
Where would you play Cunha, in the 10 or up front?
Yeah, 10.
How about Bruno? Bruno's played well this season. Bruno's saved.
I feel like he is. I feel like he's better in this formation anyway. In this formation, he's better playing deeper. So him and Ngate, because he's got the engine to be up and down. Obviously, Ngate he covers 2 man anyway because he's got a top engine. You know what I'm saying? So he can play there with Bruno. Obviously, that leaves Maino out, Casemiro, this and that. But obviously, you need that squad depth. You know what I'm saying? So people need to be fighting for positions. So again, we need Bruno in the team regardless. Cunha, he brings a bit of experience and whatever quality. So if Garnacho was to leave, I would personally get him in the January window. I would like Nuno Mendes from PSG as left wing back. I rate him highly. I think I watched the game against City I didn't watch the whole game, but what I seen, that guy can play. It was like up and down, non-stop. Yeah. He's got good. He's like technique's very good as well, very technical. And yeah, he was in that left wing position. He'll be solid, but I don't see him leaving PSG for United. Obviously, we're trying to get some guy for Linz. I'm not gonna lie, I've not really watched him. But yeah, he's 20, so again, he might need time to settle in. Whereas Nunes will come in, he do his thing straight away. Like we don't have time for players to be settling in. We're trying to get moving. We're not winning the league in a couple of years, you know what I'm saying? So we're trying to get things moving quickly. When you buy young players, you need time for them to settle in. So if we had the money, I'll get Nuno Mendes in, Cunha, for Jan, and then obviously go again. I'll get Tyler Dibbling and sell Garnacho.
I'll come down to the final segment of the show. We're going to go for a hot or not. So a hot player is somebody who's had a great performance, been in great form this week, and then not is obviously somebody who's had a bit of a bad showing. So I'll start it off. And not's pretty obvious this week. I'm going to go Kai Havertz, missed 3 glaring chances. And then hot for me, I was debating between David Raya and Calafiori, but I think I'm going to give it to Calafiori for the goal.
Ryan, quick one. Does this just have to be for your team or the whole Prem?
Oh, no, just for your team. Just for your team.
Okay.
So, yeah, they're my 2. I'll hand it off to you, Nick. for Spurs?
Bro, if I was to say not, I'd have to say not Son. Guy's the captain, he's the leader, but yo, I'll be real. I just think he's washed, bro. He's getting up there, isn't he? Yeah, he's older than that now, man. Like, his little moves and that, his little jinx and that, they just don't work anymore, man. He's washed. He's a bit old. But yeah, hopefully, well, he's just got an extension, but hopefully, yeah, hopefully the sleeves, bro. In terms of Hot Lucas Bergvall, he definitely needs to keep playing, man. That kid can go to wherever he wants to go, man. The future is bright for that guy. So yeah, not Son, Hot. We ain't got many, but Lucas Bergwall has been a standout, man, especially with all these injuries for sure.
Yeah, Manny, I'll go to you for hot or not.
I'll start for not. I'm gonna go David Sanchez. Just horrible. Just every week in, week out, mistake after mistake. It's getting to the point where the photographers on the side of the pitch, they're catching pictures of our players looking, giving him the side eye. It's getting bad. Yeah, I'd say he's definitely the not. I mean, these last few weeks have been difficult. I'm probably going to give it to probably either maybe Madueke or Chalobah.
I was going to say Madueke had a good game still.
Yeah, Madueke, he scored as well.
The defense was a bit iffy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Madueke. One thing about Madueke, I think he is one player that has the world at his feet. He's very young, and I think he has the potential to be a very top player if he can find consistency in his game. And I think he's had a very good start under Maresca, so I think he's a hot for me. And also, Chalobah, when he came back, I think the Wolves game, he had a top performance. Didn't really play too well against City. I feel like Haaland bullied him in Colwell a bit, but yeah, that's what I'm going. I'll say Madueke for sure, hot.
Yeah, I think you're being a bit kind. I think you said earlier you'd pick the whole 11 for not, right? But
I don't think anyone played well, really, but I'm just kind of forcing my hand. If I had to pick someone, I think Madueke probably the one that probably was the best out of a bad bunch.
Yeah, and I'll bring it on to the final segment of today's show. I'm gonna go for the overall Premier League.
What, is Martin not going to do his hot or not? No. Is Martin not going to do his hot or not? Or is it
Yeah, don't mind, innit? Ryan don't listen to me.
Come on, Ryan, man. Let him land, man. Let him land, man.
Yeah, go on, Mike. Go with your go hot or not.
Ranking it, bro. Appreciate it. My not this week or tonight, should I say? Holland, Ramis Holland, however you say his name. He's struggling out there, man. He can't hold the ball up. He's a big lad, innit? But he keeps getting bodied off the ball. He's not scoring. Obviously, he's still young, but this is his second season now, so we're trying to see a bit of improvement, but we're not seeing that. He needs to step up his game, because if we get a new striker, either him or Zik is going. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna be off that United wage. So yeah, man, he needs to step up his game. Hot, I would say Martinez. I feel like he had a good game today. He's stepping up, especially in his formation. I feel like he's one that's excelling in this formation. I feel like in 4-4-2 or 4-2-3-1, he kind of gets exposed, especially at centre back, because he's a midget, innit? You know what I'm saying? It's like 5'5" or something like that. So when you play three centre backs, it kind of helps him. Obviously, he got the goal today. He got the goal against Liverpool. He seems to be getting forward, making like good passes. Through the lines and stuff like that. So he's one that's really understanding his system. Long term, I see him being an important player for Amrin. So yeah, he'll be my hot this week.
Good shout. I think Poland's looking like a bit of a £70 million mistake at the minute.
Yeah, still young in it. Hopefully, yeah, I don't know.
I mean,
Can't you say he's still young? Like you got to step up. You know what I'm saying? Play for Manchester United. Either you do it in 2 years. If you don't, you're out. That's the way I see it.
yeah, because I think he's brought off potential what he could be with his attributes rather
Yeah.
than how he's won. So I think he only got 9 in 32 for Atalanta the season he signed it. But he's got the attributes. Well, physically anyway, he's quick, strong, but we'll have to see on that one. But yeah, I'm gonna go and move on into the Premier League Player of the Week. I think there's a standout for me, and it's Justin Kluivert. Bournemouth, big 5-0 win. I think it was quality again. He got a hat trick the other week as well. He's just playing so well at the minute. I thought Dean Huyson as well was incredible for them again. I think he's a real talent. I know he didn't quite make it at Juve, obviously, considering the strength of the centre backs they have, but it's looking like quite a lot of the big clubs, Bayern, Real, I think Barca, there's quite a few that are looking at him in the summer. I think he's got everything to be a quality modern fullback. So he's my other shot, but yeah, I'm gonna go Justin Kluivert this week. Mike, who are you going for?
What's our Player of the Week?
Yeah, Player of the Week. Yeah.
Let me think. It's a tough one. I'll probably say from the games I watched anyway, I think Haaland he played really well against Chelsea. From my memory, he got an assist and he got a goal. Obviously, he got the decisive goal. But I feel like his overall play was good as well. His hold up play, his bringing plays into the game, flick ons, his movement. Like I say, he got the goal, got the assist at the end as well. So he kind of bullied the Chelsea defenders. So obviously he's been struggling recently, but I think with the new signing, that Mamouche, I think he'll take the pressure off him a little bit. So I think he'll play off him like he did with Alvarez. So yeah, I think he had a good game this week against Chelsea.
Yeah, Manny, I'll come to you for Prem Player of the Week.
So in my Player of the Week, from the game I watched earlier, I watched the West Ham Villa game. I think Lucas Paqueta basically they had a really good game. Obviously, like what he did, it don't really show up in, if you just look at the result, he didn't get a goal or an assist, but just based off his general play, yeah, man in a match. He had a top performance, and I think he's going to be an important player for Graham Potter moving forward. Also, he's one of their better players as well, so yeah, I'd say he's my Player of the Week.
Yeah, and I'll move on to you, Nick, Player of the Week.
For me, it's obvious, man. This guy's probably the player of the season. I'm going to say something mad here, but I think Alexander Isak putting on for East Africa as well. Yeah, bro. For me, he's the player of the season. I think he's the best striker in the world right now.
Player of the season, Salah, for me.
Now,
I don't
for
think
me,
Salah's a winger, though, isn't he?
No,
Player of the season, winger, just a minute.
For me, yeah, it doesn't even matter what position, but the quality that kid's got, yeah, like in that left foot, right foot, finishing outside the box, inside the box, link up play, he's got it all. People like it's hard to even compare him to anyone, man. People say Thierry Henry maybe because of his number 14 and like how slender and that he is. He kind of if you squint, he kind of looks like a young Henry, but for me, he's just a one of one, bro. That kid is special. But yeah, Isak, man, Alexander Isak again. What is it? He bagged 2 goals at the weekend. I know he definitely bagged, but I think he bagged and got an assist. But regardless, bro, he's definitely my Player of the Week, Player of the season. Newcastle are going to do good to keep hold of him in the summer because big clubs like not even looking at Arsenal, beyond Arsenal. The real big boys, you know what I mean? Like the Bayerns, Barca's, the big dogs, like they're falling. Oh my God.
They're big dogs, isn't it? It's the big dogs. Where are the big dogs, bro?
Well, Sam's gonna come and put some serious money down for that guy, and yeah, his contract negotiations are here and there, and he's not sure about signing on. West Ham might have to just cash in, but they can get serious money for him. But yeah, top player, Alexander Isak.
And that concludes the show for this week. Thanks to all of you for your time. Appreciate it. Yeah, and there'll be more shows like this coming weekly. So look out for those. Yeah, thank you. Please like, subscribe, comment. And the show is also available on as a podcast on Spotify as well. So be sure to check that out.
All right, cool. See you later, peeps.
No peoples. Let's go.